friends, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Heather, I'm your host, and you are at Lemon Tree Corner. I run a handmade business where I make purses and bags and project bags and fun things like that. And we also do crochet and scrapbooking and other crafts. So I hope you come along for the journey. And to all of you who have come back, thank you for coming back. I love it when you come and spend time with me. And we hit 1,000 subscribers, yay! So this is a very special week, and as a thank you to you, I'm going to be doing a bag giveaway. So this week we will be making that bag. So that's what we're doing this week in the studio. I saw this picture and I love this bag. So that's the bag we're going to make. I downloaded the pattern. So I have this beautiful charm pack from One Canoe 2 called Kindred. It's just got these beautiful muted tones to it. So we've got greens and blues and peaches and yellows. So I picked this to be our lining. Matches my nails. And then we've got this kind of creamy pale floral to be our in-between pieces. So I'm very excited to make this bag. I haven't made one like this. I've done some quilt piecing before, but nothing for bags. So I would love to incorporate that into my skill set. So we're going to be working on that this week. I'll also be giving you updates on Lucy if you're concerned. My dog had surgery last week, so she's recovering and a little bit of a challenge, but we'll see how she's doing by the end of this week. So after this week, we are going to get back into the yarn crawl bags. So this is what I'm working towards. It's the LA yarn crawl, and I will be at the Knitting Tree LA, hopefully all 3 days. So all these project bags that I've been making, we will be selling there. And if I have anything left over, I will of course put it up in the web shop. For this week though, it's a free bag. So all you have to do is be subscribed, put a comment down below on this video. We will do the random number generator and pick a winner from there. So go ahead and comment down below. You could comment anything. Do you like tea or coffee or both? Do you have a favorite movie or book that you would like to suggest for me? How long have you been watching my channel? Other YouTube videos or other YouTube channels that you would suggest to everybody? Or maybe just a hello, what crafts do you do, if any? Pretty much anything. So you just write blah down below and you're entered. So go ahead and take a moment before the end of this video to make a comment and enter, and then we will pick a winner. So go ahead and grab yourself a cozy beverage or a water, curl up, and let's get this bag made. Hey everyone, we are here at Los Alamitos Yarn Company for the local yarn shop day. So we're gonna be seeing what's going on, and we brought our project bags to show off and maybe go on a walk because it's a beautiful day here by the marina.
I woke up in the middle of the night. And I wondered how you're always right. It gets me. I couldn't see what you saw in me. Ooh, na na na. But you showed me how to believe. Still gets me. I can see you're hiding, waiting for a moment to step in. And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will
have a haul from the local yarn store day that we did. So let's take a look at everything. My sister picked me up to give me a break from dog duty. So we went to the local yarn store day, and our local yarn store is Alaminos Bay Yarn Company. So we went there and hung out for a bit and checked out all of their goodies. They had a dollar bin, and they actually had some sock forms in the dollar bin. And that's one of the projects that we are going to do this year, is we're going to make crochet socks. So very excited to have these. They look like little Argyle socks, don't they? So super cute, and for $1 I couldn't pass that up. The other thing we got are some minis. These are Ba Yarn La Jolla little minis. And as you know, I'm just too much of a control freak to put that shawl of many colors aside. So I got some colors that I could mix in to balance out all of the purples. So I just had to go and buy some minis for that. And the other thing we bought are these two beautiful skeins of the same Ba Yarn La Jolla. And these are called Love Your Store. So it's a special colorway that they did for local yarn store day. It's beautiful. I've used their yarn before in several projects and really love it. So happy to get these. And like we talked about before, I don't have a lot of blues in my projects. So nice to get some blues. It's kind of like a peacock. It's just this beautiful mix of greens and blues. So really looking forward to that. This is what we're gonna make with that. I downloaded this pattern. Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful made this 2 times and loves the pattern. I'm hoping there's a video tutorial out there somewhere, but the pattern looks pretty easy anyway. So it's just you're increasing and then decreasing. And it looks a little short for me. I had to get 2 skeins anyway. So I think what I might do is just increase till I finish 1 skein and then decrease. And then it'll just be a lot longer than the original version. So that was it for our local yarn store. And then my sister and I went to Joann's to get the fabric for this week's bag. And I have another crochet project in mind that I want to try. So I picked up some yarn for that as well. Another idea from Allie was the Mabel chicken. It's an emotional support chicken. So I picked up some Bernat blanket yarn. This one is perfect for chickens. I'm very glad I found this. So I think I'm going to be making some chickens and either donating them or selling them. I also got this, which is a baby blanket yarn, and I figured make some chickens out of that as well. And I didn't want to buy a whole skein of that for the comb and the wattle or whatever it is. So yeah, I'm gonna have to double up some yarn or get a different yarn for that. And then the same lady that makes the Mabel chicken had this pattern, and I've been meaning to make an octopus for a while. So we're gonna try some amigurumi this year. So I got this one, which is just this beautiful blue and green mix. And then I figured I would try this one for the tentacles and see how that goes. So very excited. These were all on sale, so good deal. Let's try this out. I don't know if I have enough room here to lay them all out. I think what I'm going to do is go this way, because I should have more room this direction than the other direction. So I need 3 by 4 and then 5 by 3. Again, put that up there for my reference there. So I kind of want to split them up. Obviously we don't want 2 of the same next to each other. I don't really want all the same color next to each other, so that's the hard part.
It is hard to share my thoughts. Ooh, na, na, na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart.
So one of these is going to be the side seam, so I don't think I'm that concerned with the side. Definitely like, I got 3 of those next to each other. Maybe we'll do the white. Oh, I also have to think about the fact that this row is the bottom, so I don't necessarily want a white one on the bottom. Yeah.
And I'll never understand how you saw it coming. Oh, but I will love you for it all. When I look back, I can see you're hiding.
Distribution of color and pattern. So we don't have 2 of the same color or pattern touching each other. That's going to be on the sides. So this is the only thing that's glaringly standing out to me. Is that those are the same. So do we want to change that? And then these 3 are the same. So that's a little annoying. What else have we got here? I'm not liking the white as a pure one there. And then I also need to think about direction. These aren't like super directional, but I do need to think about that. I do have 3 of the, oh no I don't. That's the bottom. I've got 2 of these guys. Okay, we'll sleep on it and see how we feel in the morning. Let me sleep on it. Baby, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it. I'll give you an answer in the morning. Name that tune. Okay, so I have all my pieces laid out. I've got my sashing cut, and I'm just going to keep them in the correct order and then sew them all together. And the video said to press the seams towards the sashing, so that's what I will do. And like we talked about with the pinking, I'm going to put this on the very edge of the pinking and make sure it lines up. I'm going to do a scant 1/4 of an inch, and we'll do a real 1/4 of an inch. I would normally chain piece this, but I just don't have, I don't want to mess up all my squares, so I want to pull them in order and then do them. So we're going to do that one, and then I just got to make sure I keep them in order.
Say something that will make my day, 'cause these memories of her won't go away. They're haunting me so I can't sleep. She was a pretty little...
Well, I managed to get all the sashing piece together, so that's good. It's been a crazy day. Wait, we're changing out the fish tank water, and the bucket broke, and water went everywhere. So our rug is flooded. Thank goodness it's a standalone rug. It's not carpet, but it's got a rug pad underneath. So we might be buying a new area rug, and used every towel in the house to try and sop up the water. So we got the fans going. You can probably hear that. Trying to dry out the rug. We got the washing machine going. Everything's going. Okay, so the video is very handy. So now I'm going to sew all the sashing on, and I'm going to iron it all going one direction as per the instructions. We have 2 that are on the side here that I'm not sure. I guess I do this first and then attach the sides, and then do this and then attach it in the middle. Would probably be the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to line up all my seams and nest them, and then we're going to come back for the next step. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to nest the seams. Since we press them in the opposite directions, we pretty much have these seams that we can nest. So this one is going this way and this one's going that way. So we can line them up together, nest them together. And this is the hard work of piecing. This is the precision. But once you get that down, you're good to go. She had a good tip, which was if you put your pins in, so we're going to put the pin right in this seam. If you put your pins in and leave 1/4 of an inch here, you don't have to stop to take your pins out. I thought that was brilliant. So I am just going to line up, nest all the seams. You could do this without pinning, it's just the pinning's going to help my accuracy rate here.
Here alone. Now my bed feels just like cobblestone.
So first we're going to set the seam.
Why did she go? Oh, was I supposed
I forget I can't drag it, I have to actually do it. Okay, so far we have the seams all going this way, so then this one has to go that way as well. Just going to kind of pull that apart. So you can see it's already not perfect, but as close as I can get it.
time went by and it was
I think the most confusing part of this is just keeping everything straight on what's top and what's bottom. Okay, so that's that side done. And now we are going to do this side. And then we can sew them together once I have that side done. So be right back. And we're back. Okay, so this is what it looks like all pieced together. Now you just have to ignore the little flaws here. It's just going to be handmade, definitely for sure. So my squares didn't all turn out evenly, but it looks pretty good from afar, so that's good. So the next thing we have to do is cut out the fusible fleece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go for thermolam, which is like fusible fleece, but it's a little thicker. It's still fusible, so that's good. And then I'm curious to see what we do after that. I don't know how we're getting these two pieces together. So that'll be interesting when we get to that part of the video. I'm just trying to trust the process right now. So we're going to attach the thermolam, and then we're just going to stitch in the ditch. So I'm just going to go 1/4 of an inch away from every single seam, and we're going to stitch in the ditch, and then that's going to get us to where we need to be. She also cut a little extra around the whole thing for the quilting, so I will do that. I'll cut a little extra thermolam. And full disclosure, this is not getting done in one weekend. So I started this early. I started this last Sunday, and I've just been slowly working on it throughout the week. So don't sit here and think like I made this bag in 2 days, because that is not true at all. I've been piecing everything together over the course of the week, and it's Thursday night now, so hoping to get the fleece attached and maybe start quilting Friday night. And then, I mean, after the quilting's done, we're just putting in pockets and the lining and the handles. So, you know, this is the hard part right here. So once we get this all quilted up, we'll be good to go. So I'm trying to keep this train running, trying to keep it moving, so that I'm not trying to do this all in 2 days, because I know that's really not realistic. So just so you don't think this was made in a weekend.
left me here alone. I know it's dumb, I still check my phone, 'cause I can't move on. Whoa.
Okay, so we're gonna get started. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go from the middle out. I think I'm gonna do this whole skinnier part first. So the nice thing about my foot is that it's a scant 1/4 inch. So I can line it up on either side of the fabric and it will be a scant 1/4 inch. So I'm going to start off the fabric and just go all the way down.
Why did she go? Whoa. Was I supposed to know that she'd leave? Was I too naive to think that she'd be the one? Whoa. Just tell me, why did she go?
Boy, I was not thinking when I picked this pattern to be the giveaway pattern. Sorry folks, whoever gets this, it's gonna be a little wonky. And apparently I missed a step in the directions where I wasn't supposed to sew all the way to the end, and I've even top stitched over that, so I don't know what's gonna happen there. Oh, I've got to trim all of this first, and then we're gonna sew the sides together, and then we're almost done with the outer edge here. These are our side panels. This is our bottom panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to match all of these up, and since we pressed our seams the same direction the whole way through, they are now going to nest, which is great news. Okay, we are done with the hard part. Yay! So we just sewed the bottoms. I did a double line of stitching just to reinforce that so that it's nice and solid. Nothing's coming through there. Lucy's got her cone on and she's scraping her cone against every surface in the house. Okay, so we're supposed to leave it inside out, but I want to put the little tag on. So we've got our little homemade tag from our advent calendar. That would be nice here. So let me get out my seam ripper. I just kind of want to put it somewhere. Maybe we should put it on the white. That might be nice. It's far enough down where it's not going to interfere with our handles. Started on our handles, which she had me do with the fabric, so I think that's going to be right. I have a bunch of scraps that I could Frankenstein on here. We're going to ignore the directions. We're just going to make the straps the way I normally make the straps because I think they're plenty strong enough that way. So we have like a lot of scraps that we can use here. I was going to do magnetic snap, but I think the whole thing's just too big and heavy for that. So I think we will, and it's so big I don't think a magnetic snap's really going to do much. So we're just going to finish him off. Okay. Poke out my corners. And then we are going to put the lining right side out inside the exterior right side in. So right sides are next to each other. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and roll all these edges, iron them down, and then we're gonna have to get this evenly down so we can top stitch that. I'm just gonna close this with some Wonder Clips for now, just to make sure it stays closed the way we want it to. Well, that's not bad. I am going to do a line of blue top stitching around the edge, but everything else is white. So I'm wondering if I should just do white top stitching. I can't even see what I'm doing, so I'm going to just roll the edges out so they're as far out as possible. Loose threads. I'm going to iron this still, but I kind of just want to give myself a head start, so when I go to iron, they're already in the correct place. And I want to try and keep this blue rolled under, which is a little difficult to do, just to keep that blue rolled under. Hey friends, so that's it for this week. Let's take a look at our giveaway bag. I can't get it all in the shot, but here we go. Here's our giveaway bag. Looks better from far back. She's a wonky one, so I did as much as I could to keep it straight, but I tend to romanticize quilt piecing. I think I'm better at it than I am. So this is free to one of you. So go ahead and comment below. You can comment anything, whiz bang, more cowbell, whatever you want to put in the comments to be entered for the drawing. And I just ask that you also be a subscriber as well, because that's the whole point of this endeavor. This is a thank you to my subscribers. What we will do is we will keep this open for the next week, and then I will announce the winner in a separate short video. I don't have access to all of your information, so if you see anything out there of people asking for your phone number or anything, or you want a prize or whatever, just ignore that. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do a separate video right here that you're going to see, and I'm going to announce the winner and ask them to contact me via my email, which is heather@lemontreecorner.com. So if you get any other communication, you know, it's just trolls. Don't listen to it. So I will never ask you for your phone number because I hate talking on the phone. So that's not going to be me. So go ahead and put a comment down below to be entered for the bag. And shipping, everything will be free. I'll just ask you to send me your address so I know where to send it. So thank you all for coming along this journey with me and being such wonderful people. You all leave such wonderful comments for me and make me feel like what I'm doing makes a difference. So thank you very much for that. And now that we've made everything we need to make for the yarn crawl, we get to experiment next week. So I bought this fabric for myself, and I'm going to try making a larger version of the squishy bag. So a larger version of the squishy bag, not quite as large as this one. 17.5 seems huge now that I see it in person. Yeah, I think I was going to make this 12.5 by 16.5, which means finished it will be about 12 by 16. So we'll see how that goes, and it will have a zipper. So we're going to experiment with this next week. So just to give you an update on Lucy's surgery, we did hear back from the vet, and the tumor was cancerous. So we don't know what's going to happen in the future as far as anything having spread. They weren't able to get everything out, so chances are that later down the road we will have to deal with this again. So that's really sad, especially having put her through all of this. But she is recovering nicely. They weren't able to take the stitches out yet, so we gotta wait until next week for that. And yeah, she's just gotta have the cone on longer. So she's just kind of a bull in the china shop, running into everything with her cone and then pushing into you with the cone on the couch to make it very obvious that she just doesn't like wearing the cone. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks, and just glad to put an end to this week and start fresh next week. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. So looking forward to this channel growing even more from here, and looking forward to mailing this bag off to its lucky new home. And I will see you next week. Love you, friends. Bye.